Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Kniffle. This is the second time I'm making this video because first time I did not know how to save the recording. Something is wrong with my lovely camera app on my Chromebook, so I'm doing this via Google Meet. Then I'm going to download it to my computer, then I'm going to upload it to YouTube, then I'm going to post it as always. So confusing. Really have been frustrated the past hour trying to get this shenanigans figured out. But it is Sunday afternoon at my house and I am recording. What am I recording? Chapters 32 through 39 review video. So answers are in this video. As always, I'm doing it along with you, so don't think you're doing it by yourself. So I'm gonna get right into it. Vocabulary. This is page 17 in your packet. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. Draw a line from each word in the column A to its antonym in column B. Then use the word in column A to fill in the blanks in the sentences below. So A connects with A, badger connects with E, ignore. 2, puny connects with F, stout. 3, consecutive connects with A, random. 4, nonchalantly connects with B, enthusiastically. 5, agitated connects with C, calm. And 6, obvious connects with D. So 1 goes with E, 2 goes with F, 3 goes with conservative, 4 goes with nonchalantly. Oh my gosh. Let me try that again. Back up. A goes with E, 2 goes with F, 3 goes with A, 4 goes with B, 5 goes with C, and 6 goes with D. All right, I think I got it right that time. And now the bottom half. 1. Hoping to conceal his guilt, Jim stared nonchalantly at the ceiling. 2. The children continued to badger their mother for more candy even after she denied their request. 3. The defendant's innocence was obvious to the jury, who acquitted her without any discussion. 4. Standing next to the state wrestling champion, I felt puny in comparison. 5. The usher became agitated when the children began throwing popcorn in the theater. And 6. I scanned the consecutive call numbers as I searched for a book in the nonfiction section of the library. So that is the vocabulary for 32 through 39. As always, if you have a question, drop it below. All right, the next part I thought was a little bit fun. Page 18. It's of the 2 pictures, so we heard all about it with Mr. Berkway. And so it says you're supposed to write it on, it says describe below on this paper. So that's where you should be describing it at. If you didn't describe it there, describe it there now. The pictures below show 2 classic optical illusions. Do you see faces or vase in the first picture? Can you see both? Describe what you see in the second picture. To a partner. Obviously, you don't have a partner, you're just writing it down. And is the woman young or old? So I can see both a vase and 2 faces. I've seen this picture since I was like a kid, just like you guys, and I've always been able to see both. So go me. Tell me what you can see. I'm excited to see who can see what, but I've always been able to see both the face and both the vase. The second picture, I see a young woman, but in an old outfit. I don't know if that makes sense. Like when I look at the woman, I see her with like her jawline and with like outer wrinkle and these long eyelashes, but I see her in this weird fluffy outfit with this choker and this feather, and I see her in an old outfit, but I see her as a young person. So I'm excited to see what you guys wrote for that section and to see what you see. And lastly, you only had 5 questions for chapters 32 through 39, and you only had 1 writing activity. So we can bust through this. So my answers are over here, so I'm going to be looking back and forth. Sorry if it bothers you. Number 1, how does Mr. Berkway's revelations about his family cast a new light on Mrs. Cadaver for Phoebe and Sal? So, I'm sorry, my email keeps on going off. Let me check it real quick. I don't even know what that's doing. Something about something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so sorry. Anyways. Oh, yes. It's been a lazy Sunday here. Learning that Mr. Berkway is Mrs. Partridge's son, and Mrs. Cadaver's brother, and that Mrs. Cadaver's husband was killed and her mother was blinded, I think that it just made Phoebe and Sal like reassess their morbid theories on Mrs. Cadaver. Like they thought she was this terrible person, and her husband was killed. You know, she killed her husband and all this stuff. But really, everything Mr. Berkway told them, they were like, "Oh, I guess she's not that bad. Like she's a fine person. She's actually had a lot of tragedy in her life." Number 2. How does Graham react when she sees Old Faithful erupt, and why do you think she's so excited to be there? Obviously, this is second question. Second half of this question is an opinion question. So, I just think Graham is absolutely ecstatic when she sees Old Faithful erupt. And why do I think that? I think it's because Graham's obviously older and she doesn't seem like she's done a lot of traveling or anything like that. And I think it's something she always heard about it. And she just never thought she was actually going to get to see it. So I think she's just so excited because she actually made it there and to see it with her own eyes. I just think she was excited about that. What does Sal learn about Ben when she goes to Chanting Falls with Phoebe? Sal learns that Ben's mother is in a mental hospital, and also she compares Ben's mother's behavior to her own mother's behavior before her mother disappeared. I think this is a good part about Ben. We learned that he's not an orphan. He does have parents or has a mom, but she just isn't able to take care of him. 4. How does Mrs. Winterbottom change? When Mrs. Winterbottom returns, she has a stylish new haircut. She's wearing youthful clothes. She seems more willing to accept her less respectable way of life. Like she doesn't seem so rigid and perfect to me. And the last question is, what surprising information does Mrs. Winterbottom reveal when she returns home? Do all the family members react the same or differently? Obviously, this was like big moment, so I hope you guys all read this chapter. It was so good. Mrs. Winterbottom reveals that Mike is her son, so this crazy lunatic is her son. She had him when she was young and gave him up for adoption because she wasn't married. And all the family members are stunned. Like they all equally are stunned. But then Prudence is like, oh, okay, whatever. My mom's home. I'm happy. But Phoebe is like still super angry, super mad. The dad, Mr. Winterbottom, I feel like he's kind of in between. Like, okay, I'm going to have to accept if I want my wife. But then again, like, what the heck? You couldn't even tell me. So I think they definitely react same in some respects, but totally differently in other respects. And then number 9 of your writing activity, your last writing or your only writing activity for 32 through 39. Why do you think Phoebe cannot be happy with her mother's return and welcome Mike into the new family? I've thought about this one a lot, and I think Phoebe's just having a hard time because in Phoebe's mind, her family's perfect. You know, her dad goes to work, her mom stays home. They don't have cholesterol. They always iron stuff. They're super respectable. Everything is perfect. And this random brother coming in from another father she's never met him, I think just really shatters Phoebe's perfect world. And I think that's why she's having such a hard time accepting him. And also, I think she's thinking like, you know, I thought I knew my mother. She had this big secret and she didn't even trust me enough to tell me this secret. So I just think it really, Mike being there or coming really shatters her perfect world. So that's my opinion. I'm excited to read yours. So that was page 17, 18, and 19 of your packet. Chapters 32 through 39. We are just about done. Happy e-learning, everyone.